The heroes delve deeper into Gauntlight, but are repelled by a ravenous beast intent on consuming their vital essence. The illusion of safety provided by Otari is shattered when the true purpose of the tower is revealed.
Hey everybody, it's time for Roll for Intent. I'm your GM Trevor, and with me tonight we've got Jake,
Todd, Raymond, Trevor, Matt
Micah,
Mercer, Micah,
Jesus,
Clorox Disinfectant Wipes. You know, the gang's all here.
I did it for a reason.
Special guest LeVar Burton.
I did it this time for a reason.
And guest starring as Tobin will be Matthew Mercer. We got him.
Finally, some talent.
I'm
told.
We actually have a new cast member, a new challenger approaches.
If you wanted to kick me out, you could have told me off the stream, guys.
Well, this is the first of 9 episodes. It's a transition.
Unfortunately,
slow.
you're liked by whatever fan base we do have, so instead of cutting you, we just have decided to add.
We just have to slowly minimize your input over the next 15 episodes until nobody even cares that you're gone.
Todd tried to take me out physically, and I just kept going back.
Anyway, Joe, tell us a little about yourself. This is our new cast member, Joe. He's going to be joining tonight as a new character. He is highly anticipated by the rest of the cast. He's been working with us behind the scenes on the podcast pretty much since the beginning. He's been around. He's not just some fly-by-night carpetbagger joining our show to take away somebody's job.
We held a raffle among all the people who have been listening to the podcast up until this point, and he happened to win. So, good job. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. There were like 5 of us.
He paid a $5,000 raffle ticket.
Yeah.
So
He's got franchise rights now.
Yeah.
In words of modern day warrior poet Peter Townsend, who are you? Who?
God.
This got deep unexpectedly.
Well put.
I am a Access and Audit Analyst, and I live in West Virginia.
West by God,
Virginia.
West by God, that's right.
Mountain Mama.
I'm going to pretend like I know what you do for work.
See, he's told me like 18 times, and Sarah's like, what does he do? I'm like, I don't know.
So, you know how you can do some stuff in an application, and other people can do other stuff?
It's a weird way to say that you're a traveling goat castrator.
Right.
I'm one of those people that turns stuff on and off. I basically flip switches for a living.
So you do QA, like software QA?
Sort of. I don't
Joe,
do
do
as
you know
much
what you
evaluation. Yeah, I do.
I just show up every day and
I just kind of it's a combination of like security assessment and just turning switches. That's all I do.
This reminds me of Dinner for Schmucks. I don't know if you've seen it with Jermaine Clement and Steve Carell and Paul Rudd, and he goes, I think you're a stockbroker. He goes, not even close to being a stockbroker. He's like, I'm going to call you Stockbroker Tim. That's what I'm going to call you, Stockbroker Joe. That's what you are from here on out. You're a stockbroker.
You do something I don't understand.
Yep.
I work
you're
with computers. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Axis analyst, the fuck.
That's cool. Ray does something with computers too. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Nice. No clue.
Hey, as long as you shred, that's all that matters.
Hey,
Yeah, right.
I recently applied for an IT job, and I said exactly that, so fingers crossed.
You'll get it. I promise you. I lived today literally
Probably
on
will.
site with my client. He goes, oh, I fixed something. And he goes, what'd you do? I was like, I have no clue. It just started working. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pretending until something works, and then I take the credit for it.
they hire literally anybody for
Raymond
IT work.
McAdult Man.
Literally anybody.
It's a tough job.
I'm just
It's like
two children stacked on top of each other with the trench coat.
Well, why don't you have a job yet, Micah?
Micah does have a job.
I do technically have a job.
Oh, I'm so
Technically.
glad. I love
Yeah.
it.
Micah works at one of the fucking bougiest bars in his goddamn neighborhood. He was telling me that the fucking
do.
Philly cheesesteak there is 45 fucking smackers.
No
Is
way.
this okay? I work at a restaurant. Raymond, you know Detroit's reputation, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Outside of Detroit, like the suburbs around Detroit, ridiculously wealthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I right now I'm living with relatives outside of Detroit, and I work at a very bougie bar. And yeah, Philly cheesesteak, $45.
That's
burger,
insane.
$25. And these psychopaths keep ordering it cooked well done.
Oh my God.
I don't get these people.
You're supposed to ask them politely yet firmly to leave.
I need you to get me your alcohol list at some point so I can see what kind of beer, what kind of scotch you got.
I could look into that for you, Trevor. If you actually,
I would
want
love
that.
to know.
Yeah, sure.
Give me a reason to come visit you.
Slowly over the course of dating Cammie, I've gotten her meat cooked like less and less. And
Whoa.
when we
This is family friendly. Relax.
we go out somewhere and she'll be like, I want to get
No, I find out that Cammie's got the meat.
We're earning that explicit tag this week.
exactly.
There's a whole lot of billion in Ray's life.
Yeah, well, it's drawn from. But yeah, we went to a nice steakhouse one time, and I had went to the bathroom, and the waiter came, and she's like, "Don't tell him, but I'd like it well done." And as I was walking back from the bathroom, he walked up to me. He's like, "She asked for it well done, and I'm not going to bring it well done." I was like, "Thank God." It was like a nice steakhouse. It was super nice, and she's like, I didn't get it well done. I was like, I know what you fucking did.
She pulls out a bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch from her purse and sprays it all over it.
I'll have the Prime New York, and she will have a Kingsford briquette, please.
She will have chicken tenders and fries because she can have your trust with anything else.
The first time I went out with her,
Might
she
be
was
mac and cheese and corn dogs. You don't know.
She has yet to earn steak privileges back.
Yeah, the first time I went out with her, I was like, "What kind of steak do you like?" She's like, "I like filet mignon, well done." And I said, "Nope, try again." Try again.
Wait, when she got her steak, did she ask for a bottle of ketchup?
She asked for A1 sauce. She did ask
Almost
for
as
A1
bad.
sauce.
yeah.
Almost as bad.
Did you clarify? Did you mean correctly done? Because that's not well done.
Done well.
Hey, can somebody fill somebody that is me in the loop on why A1 is almost as bad as ketchup?
If you have to ask, you'll never know.
Yeah.
All right, I fucking
Wow, a
guess.
Rugrats throwback.
Okay.
That was good job.
So it's just a really powerful flavor, right? And it effectively destroys any like flavor that the
of it,
steak
yeah.
had, right? So it's an overpowering thing. Like if I'm at a steakhouse and I get a steak and it's really shitty, right? Like if I go to fucking Golden Corral and they bring me a steak, right? And I don't know why they'd be bringing me a steak. I guess I haven't been to Golden Corral in a decade, but I go get a steak, right? I go to
Yeah, you're still
Ponderosa.
alive.
Okay, what's
Last time I
Ponderosa?
went to a Golden Corral, I saw somebody throw up on the floor in front of the place. I'm like, never again.
Well, it's probably from the food.
Yeah,
I went to
no, it
the
was food.
saddest restaurant in the world. It was a Ponderosa in South Point, Ohio. And I was like, oh, yeah, they got steak here. Yeah, sure, I'll get a steak. That'll be great, right? I remember loving this place as a kid because they got mac and cheese and french fries at the same restaurant. I got my steak, and it was just like the saddest, just wettest, grayest piece of meat. And I put A1 on it. And in my mind, if I put A1 on a steak, there's something slightly wrong with the steak because it overpowers whatever flavor is there.
It's masking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it horseradish in A1?
No.
I don't know,
not?
but
Okay.
it was developed in the middle of the American Civil War, which I
Yeah,
love
sounds about
because
right.
it's like
Sounds about right.
I just saw the meme where it was like in the middle of the Civil War. It's like, we need some fucking steak sauce. Is what we need.
It's like all this food is terrible. We need something salty to throw on it to make it better.
We need something that tastes the way nail polish smells.
These peaches are terrible. Can I have some A1?
this is when salt cost probably a lot.
Yeah,
$2, which is a year's
difficult
wage
to
back then.
find.
They fixed that by wringing anchovies into a bottle.
Well,
And
yeah,
saying,
that's
"Here,
Lee and
put this on
Perrins,
everything."
man.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I think that's great, but it's not for steak.
No,
No.
it's not for good steak.
Well, I mean, you
No,
can
it's not.
marinate some things in that, but I wouldn't marinate a steak. Ugh.
No, I would.
do that?
If somebody gave me a steak that I felt like I needed A1 for, I would physically turn it away.
Maybe what's it called? Hanger steak?
Hanger
Right.
steak, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Right. I might do that with a little bit of LNP and other stuff. But sorry, this has turned into cooking. I'm sorry.
But you don't need to apologize. It never goes where it needs to go.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to comment,
Look
but
at-
then it was just a bunch of grown men talking about their meat.
I was gonna say, look at Todd's shirt. Come on, guys.
It's the same shirt he's worn
He
for
wears
every
every-
recording for the
every
last
recording.
3 months.
I really wish I could smell it because I have a feeling I know what it smells like.
I feel like Todd
Surprisingly
does
enough,
laundry.
steak.
It says I smoke meat and I know things, just so we're clear.
It didn't say he did laundry.
Also,
Exactly.
as of the time of this recording on our website, that's rollforintent.com, the bio picture for Todd was that a rack of ribs? Is that what's on there?
brisket.
Nope.
No.
That is those are beef ribs.
Beef ribs, yeah.
What?
Yep. That's the Flintstones cut that I had smoked first time. It was fun.
Definitely not part of the human that I caught.
No. Those ribs are way smaller. I picked my teeth with those.
You're so skinny.
I'm very big.
Well, guys, big night.
I feel like I've been waiting a month for this.
Right, we almost have. Right, we were trying to record 2 nights ago, and I had some rage-inducing technical difficulties due to a new laptop that I hadn't set up completely.
Put a loop back, more fucking turn off.
Oh my god, I was so angry.
It was pretty funny.
Anyway,
We're fucked. We're dead in the water. We're just absolutely fucked until I get this fixed.
Fuck shit.
The best part was Jake was taking screenshots of Trevor's angry face and posting them in our Discord.
Those are going to be emojis in the Discord someday. They're too
probably.
They're great.
Every now and again, my Zoom will just like lag out, or somebody else's will. I don't know on what end it happens, but your face will freeze, one or multiple of you, and I always take.
You know what? Screw my Tovin. I'm rocking my face. My confused about the world face that you keep posting. It's beautiful. I'm gonna change that.
That's the look
today.
of the world passing you by, Todd.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Isn't there an Italian picture of me somewhere? I'd be fine with that.
I'm not perverted. I'm just Italian.
I'm like this.
All right. Last week, some cool stuff happened. You guys went down into a basement, and against Solus's better judgment, Tovin decided to blunder in towards a sentient piece of beef jerky that latched itself to his leg, drained him, and then did the same thing to Solus. They ran out, went back to town. Fun stuff. I could visibly see the rage on Micah's face while we were recording that. It was hilarious. He apologized after the recording for how intense he got with that.
Guys, I'm sorry.
You guys make it back to town, and pretty much everybody has a bit of a heart-to-heart with somebody in town. Tovin finds out that the woman that found him when he escaped from the shadow plane to the material plane is none other than Rinsavixi. Solus got an interesting relic, a town relic from the mayor, a vial of Asephina Menheme's tears. Yosef was visited by something. We're not sure quite what, but it seems important, and it gave him something. It's not really clear what it gave him yet, but maybe we'll find out tonight. So, this was early in the morning. When he was speaking to this thing, he heard the signal sirens and the bells ring out from the town guard as a giant blazing greenish yellow beam of light shot to the northwestern portion of town from the fog fen. Let's take a little step back, rewind the clock about 30 minutes or so, go into the residence of one William Thwump. He's a bit of an early riser, has been for most of his life, and he's sitting in front of the fire, burnishing his war flail, getting the bits of blood and viscera off of it from the previous night. And he sits there and he looks up above the fireplace at another flail that he looked at the night before coming in. And he remembers the first time he really noticed it. And he thinks back. Bill sat on the floor in front of a crackling fire. The savory, comforting odor of coney stew wafting through the air. A cauldron sat on the hearth, its contents bubbling up to the rim every so often, daring to cascade over the edge. His mother would come, raise it, lower it, stoke the fire, move the logs. A delicate dance learned through experience in the kitchen of a great house. Cooking for lords and dignitaries, but that was a lifetime ago. He was playing with soldiers, toy soldiers. A trio of crude green figures squared off against a trio of finely carved black figurines. A crossed hammer and sword in crimson in the center of their chest. The black figures always won. The good guys always won. Grandpa was a good guy. There was a distant call through an open window. "Billiam, I could use a hand with these carrots." Billiam's father was a harsh but fair hobgoblin, short amongst his kin, though broad and strong. He worked the land, eking out a meager yet honest existence, selling root vegetables in the local village. He never felt the call of battle. There was no thrill in combat, only pain, death. He busied himself with cultivating new life, watching it grow and feeding the community. That was always enough for him. Billiam, though, he was worlds away in a land where good always triumphs over evil. Battle was where the scales of justice were weighed with equal measure and right made might. He didn't care for scrabbling in the dirt for food. He dreamed of heroism, of glory, of stories told long after his passing, to his children's children, of when their grandfather stared death in the face and laughed. The voice, now closer. Billiam, I told you to come out here. I need a... The boy snapped out of his trance. Not at the sound of his father's voice, but at the sound of horses slowing to a canter and then stopping in front of the house. His father's words were cut short by men laughing and shouting, cheerful words of camaraderie and friendship. Oh, we didn't expect you back so soon, Walter. Welcome. An unfamiliar voice shouted, The old goat didn't want to go. He got at least 8 by himself, but his leg's in a bad way. He needs rest. Another voice, tired and haggard. This one filling Billiam with excitement. You all worry too much. It's just a scratch. A night's rest and I'll be right as rain. A heavy thud and a clank of armor as they dismounted their horses. Billiam stood and bolted to the door in time for it to swing open, narrowly missing his face. 2 giant men held the shoulders of an even larger hobgoblin, all of them wearing gleaming armor emblazoned with the crimson hammer and sword. The hobgoblin's greaves were torn like paper. Something had ruined his left leg. He held a massive flail loosely in his right hand. The large hobgoblin saw Billiam and wrenched free his comrades, standing up to his full height, putting far too much weight on the mangled leg. He fell to one knee, still towering a full 2 feet over Billiam. He looked down at him. Always give as good as you get, boy. Billiam saw the growing pool of blood at his feet. The large hobgoblin fell to the floor. The flail he was holding dropped as he fell, the clatter of the chain nearly drowning out the screams of Billiam's mother, convinced she was watching her father die before her eyes. A flurry of activity as Billiam was rushed to his bed by his father. Stay here, do nothing, say nothing, don't look if you're afraid, son. His father then rushed to a cabinet full of medicinal herbs and poultices, and it seemed like the world sped on without Billiam as he desperately tried to shut himself away from the screaming and shuffling activity around him. He woke the next morning. His grandfather sat motionless in a chair by the fire, a bandaged, bloody leg elevated in front of him on a stool. Billiam looked at him intently, looking for a sign of life. The crackle of the fire made it impossible to hear him, but he watched his chest rise rhythmically, slowly, his thin lips quivering slightly as air passed between them. Billiam looked a little bit longer. His grandfather had been shaped by a life of battle. He was missing 2 fingers on his right hand. His left eye socket was sewn shut. From the crown of his head down to the left side of his jaw was completely smooth from where he narrowly missed a mortal axe wound. Billiam remembered fondly the stories his mother told of his grandfather, how he got her safely out of Nirmathas. He fought off the invaders and brought them to Multhun. How his grandmother lost her life protecting her daughter from the vile undead that prowled the borders of the Gravelands. How that night his father tore hundreds of ghouls limb from limb as recompense for the loss of his wife. He inched towards the fire, his grandfather's weapon laying on the hearth. He reached out to touch it. The black wood of the handle, nearly as long as he was tall, was covered in hundreds of scratches, even regular scratches, some with edges still sharp, others worn nearly smooth by use. He gripped it tightly. There was a tingle and a rush in his breast. He felt his blood pumping hot and fast through his veins. He closed his eyes and saw himself in the heat of battle, swinging this great flail through crowds of enemies, their shields shattering and bones breaking by the score. He begins to pick it up. The chains rattled against the stone. That's not a toy. Startled from his trance, Billiam let loose of the handle and whipped around to see his grandfather had opened his eyes. His voice was deep and raspy.
I know, Grandpa. How are you feeling?
Better than those bandits. He chuckled a bit. I'll be fine in time. He shifted his weight to face Billiam. Did you know she's got a name?
Who, Grandpa?
He nodded towards the weapon.
That lovely lady you just put your hands on. Her name is Halandra. The legend goes your great-great-great-grandfather stole it from a demon named Senchol. It was used to pound the bones of the condemned into powder before burning them to ash. It seethes with an abyssal fire and draws strength from those who have the rage and the will to control it.
Well, how do you learn the rage?
Billiam's gaze returned to the weapon, his hand reaching for it again.
It's not something you can teach, it's just something you have. Skipped your mother, but maybe you have it, boy.
Walter's eyes lit up as he saw Billiam reach again for the weapon.
Go ahead. See if you can lift it.
Billiam grabbed the handle tightly. He felt it again in his chest like a dam about to burst. He dug deep and summoned all the strength he could muster and lifted it. He could do anything. He could bring justice. He could right wrongs. He could defeat his enemies. He could protect his family. And all he has to do is kill and kill and kill and kill and kill and kill and kill. His eyes darkened, and he advanced on his grandfather in the chair, raising the flail to strike. But the elder hobgoblin was still far stronger than his enraged grandson. He wrenched it from his hand, and Billiam's face softened as he realized what he'd done.
The rage and the will to control it.
Billiam snaps back to his home, sitting in front of the fire. And he hears it too. The signal blasts, the ringing of bells. He sees the light shine through the curtains and looks up at the weapon above the hearth. What do you do, Billiam?
I walk up to it, grab it, hold it with two hands, stare at it, place my current warflail that I have on the mantle. Take this one with me. Step out the door.
Excellent. Billiam, I'm assuming, are you going to head towards wherever that light is shining?
I think I would head towards the... Micah, where are you staying again? At the Rowdy Rockfish?
Micah's at Crow's Cask.
Crow's Cask. Okay,
Yes.
so I would head
Yep.
towards Crow's Cask.
Yes.
To meet up with Solus in the morning. Yeah, that's where I would head.
It's very early. It's like just the licks of sun are coming over the,
Okay.
just little bits of sun are coming over the horizon.
Okay, I'd probably peruse around town first, see if I see anybody out and about. And
As you do that, you see guards, every available guard, able-bodied people running towards the graveyard. You even see Najani, the blacksmith running as well.
Can I stop one of the guards while they're running? What's going on? What's happening?
Something, I don't know what it is, or something happening. Something from the Gauntlight. Something's happening in the cemetery. And you start hearing loud screams coming from the cemetery and moans, and you look towards the so the cemetery's up above a cliff, right? And the Dawnflower Library is below it. And you start seeing bodies falling off the cliff. You see about 7 or 8 bodies just come off the cliff, and they hit the ground, and they stand up, and they start shuffling towards the town. And there's guards running, and they're cutting these things down as they stand.
Billy would remember. I remember. I think the day before yesterday, Solus wanted to go to the cemetery, so I'm going to go and wake up Solus. Is what I'm going to do, and be like, "Wake up!"
All right, so
so I make
we're
my way
going
there.
we're gonna shift perspective over to Solus.
Okay.
Solus, I imagine you're an early riser as well. Being
Yes.
a paladin, you wake up, you have to do your early daily preparations and whatnot before you go down.
By the way, am I still drained 1?
No,
Okay.
you get a
Good.
full night's of rest, and your drain condition goes away.
Okay.
And you hear bang, 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 and you start hearing people yelling and shouting. You hear crowds of people yelling and running in footsteps.
I look to the window. What do I see from where I am?
You see the beam of light, and the beam of light shines for only about 15 seconds before going out.
Okay. I don my armor, grab my sword and shield, and I head out quickly.
I'll say that as you get out, you meet Billiam about, halfway between where you two live.
Mr. Thwomp, did you see that?
Yeah, what's just coming to get you is everybody. There's bodies, and they're turning into zombies.
And is that in the direction of the graveyard?
Yes, that's why I was coming to get you. You wanted to go to the graveyard, and now that's where it's going.
Damned. We'll get the others then.
All right, we're going to cut away. Tovin, where are you tonight? You sleeping in some gutter?
Yeah, no, I was sleeping just to the south by the river.
Okay.
South side of town.
So you would probably be awoken even by the light hitting your eyes. The brightness of the speed. You'd probably be already awake anyway because you have to do your daily preparations as well. So you're probably a bit of an early riser. The only one that doesn't have to really do preparations would be Yosef, and he was woke up by something else. You hear the horns and the bells ringing and stuff, and you see guards running towards the cemetery. What do you do?
But I will be scanning over my sacred text while I'm quietly walking around town, trying to admire what's left of Starlight. And I see all this commotion and quickly snap my book shut, shove it into my backpack, and follow them to see what's going on. What's happening?
As you follow them, you see roughly the same thing that Billiam saw. You start seeing corpses. Well, not necessarily corpses, bodies. Coming off the top of the cliff, falling, hitting the ground, getting up, trying to shamble towards the town, getting cut down by a couple dozen guards that are, around the base of the cliff. They seem to be making easy work of whatever's happening down there. Okay. But what exactly is happening above that's causing this, right? So there's two ways to get to the cemetery, guys. You can take the winding, circuitous staircase up from the south at the Dawnflower Library, or you can take the loop around north where you have to pass by the stone circle where all the druids live, and come from the north. Any idea which way you guys are going to be attacking this?
Tovin will definitely head up the winding staircase to the south.
Okay.
Just because it's the closest way up there.
All right.
I would think the fastest way there would be Billiam's.
Take care, Billiam. That position is almost indefensible.
Do I see Tovin going? Is the fastest way the same way Tovin's going?
They're probably about the same.
Then I take the long route. Why not? That seems way safe. No.
What about Billiam and Solus? What way you guys gonna take?
That route upwards, that snaking route seems almost indefensible. There's no way we'd be sitting ducks going up that way.
You're right. Should we get Yosef?
If we could along the way, but I suggest we make haste.
Is Yosef on our way?
Yosef, what are you doing now?
I believe I was just concluding my conversation with a horse.
Right. You see Mr. Ed disappears after you hear all this bing, 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 and you turn to look at him, and he's gone. Like, even the kind of sulfurous smell that was along with him is gone. It's just like nothing ever happened.
Okay, I'm still in like my nightgown and sleeping cap.
But you will notice that at the very base of your palm, about a quarter inch across, it looks like there is a burn. It's the spiral symbol of Pharasma at the base of your palm.
Neat. That is strangely comforting after all of this. I'm going to look around. Do I see my spike chain anywhere?
It's gone.
All right. Okay. Problematic. I'll deal with that in a bit. And I'm going to hastily put on my armor, change out of my sleeping clothes, and go crashing downstairs. Probably past Brelda and everybody.
Where are you going? Did you hear that, Yosef?
I have no idea. I'm going outside to look. Stay inside.
Careful.
Lock doors. Be back. Back.
Well, be careful.
I'm gonna slam the door.
Okay, so you see the same thing. You see these bodies falling down from the cliffs, right? You see guards running. Where are you going? Are you going to make your way to the cemetery? Are you going to come from the south, or are you going to come from the north? The south is definitely going to be closer for you, based on where you are.
Yeah, I would probably just head towards the southern walkway.
Okay.
By the temple.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
That side of town.
This is going to be interesting. All right.
So I guess there would be a bunch of people running away and towards it at the same time, and at some point I would see Tovin's creepy ass.
Yeah, you'd see him kind of
Walking there.
blundering
I'm
off.
still naked.
Yeah.
Still naked.
He's wearing
I was never clothed.
a thigh-length robe, no underwear.
No, I'm wearing-
And he's crab walking.
It's got a slit in the back.
yeah, it's a patient's gown. It's just one of my extra patient's gowns. Never bothered to tie the back. I'm rushing up the stairs.
Oh my god, Doug! Put on some clothes.
Tovin and Yosef, you come up the stairs and you see about a half dozen guards are at the top of the stairs, and they have erected a hasty barricade out of shields. And there's another one that's kind of running along the edge. In fact, let me pull all you guys to a map, shall we?
Whoa!
All right, so on the bottom, on the south side of this, you see this kind of snaking boardwalk going up the mountainside, or up the cliff face. And there's about a half dozen guards up there that have made a hasty barricade out of shields, or almost like a shitty phalanx. And, the undead are hitting their shields, and they're just kind of forcing them off the cliff the best they can. If they kind of come to the west of them, they kind of push them a little bit more forcefully, so they kind of ricochet off the walkway as it comes down. But as you come up, you narrowly miss getting hit by a couple of them coming down towards you. And you feel like if this keeps up much longer, it's probably going to destroy this walkway that you're coming up.
Just their falling undead bodies onto the wood?
Just crashing onto the wood from, 75 feet up. Kapoosh, kapoosh, kapoosh. And you hear, as you get closer, you hear them moaning and fighting. It's raising to a fever pitch. Both of you, on both sides. On the north side, there's a gate and a wall, right? So those of you, Billiam and Solus, that are on the north side, there are 3 guards there. They have, once again, kind of erected a bit of a barricade, and they're trying to kind of shove their swords through the fence and kill whatever gets close enough, right? And they see you guys show up, and they know that you're working with the mayor and whatnot, and they offer to let you in at this point, right? So I had, you guys want in? I mean, I don't know what's going on in there, but you seem to know what's up. You guys have been going to the Gauntlight, and this something is from the Gauntlight. And the same thing kind of happens on the south side. They're like, hey, if you want to go in there, we'll let you in. We'll clear a path a bit so you can get in. On the south side as well. So, I would say that you guys get up there within about 2 minutes of each other. Just at opposite ends. You don't really know that each group is at either end, because by the time that Tovin and Yosef would have been going up the south side, Billiam and Solus probably would have been working their way around the north side and wouldn't have been able to see you coming up the bottom of the cliff. So you kind of have no idea that you are together. The party is split, y'all.
I feel like in no small part due to you.
Yeah, it's weird.
Maybe. I don't know. So both sets of guards, they offer to let you guys in. And it looks like most of the zombies that have and undead skeletons and zombies, it doesn't look like there's a huge amount currently. They're kind of dispersed about. Guards have gone in and dispatched quite a few, but there are still a few scattered packets. A couple are still seem to be crawling out of the ground. It's like something awakened these corpses, made them undead, and they're clawing out of the ground, out of mausoleums. You see Cal Rajani, I can never get Carmen Rajani, fighting off a few 2 zombies with this big, looks like a really epic longsword, just slashing away at him in front of a mausoleum. On that mausoleum, you see the symbol of Lidell on it, and Rajani is etched on it, so it looks like it might be his family crypt. What do you guys do? The guards have offered you a way in.
Okay, yes, open it forthwith. I draw my sword and shield.
What do you guys do?
I'm closely behind him. I'm going to pull out my great axe for now.
You guys on the south?
I'm going to call to Yosef and tell the rat man, hurry up, we need to get off of this. This structure's unstable.
I'm going to scurry on all fours up towards past these guards and towards the top here off of this bridge.
As both groups of you come in, you see, there's not a huge amount of undead left. It looks like the guards have done a pretty good idea, but you do need to investigate what's going on. There are, a bit more than probably about a dozen undead things in here, but something else is going on. You both see, you guys from the north look down to the southeast a bit, and you guys on the south look up to the northeast a bit, and you see a mausoleum. There's a small figure. He's hooded on top of a mausoleum. He looks like he's being surrounded. There's several undead coming around him. He makes a sign with his gloved hands. His hooded face is obscured from view, and a pair of blazing balls of energy start to circle his head, and they right at a skeleton on his right. It explodes into a shower of bone chips. He makes another sign with his hand like a bow, and he pulls back like he's knocking an arrow, and the pelvis levitates up from the ground and flies into a zombie. As it falls back to the ground, a gout of flame erupts from under the hood, turning the zombie completely to ash. The smoldering remains of this zombie slump to the ground, and another one grabs his left foot from up on the mausoleum and begins to yank him down. Almost as soon as it finds purchase on his leg, there's a violent crash you hear. It sounds like waves against the cliffs below. And it signals the eruption of searing tendrils of white energy, luminescent cascading, a violent display of pure force. The zombie is shredded by a surge of unbound power. The mausoleum under him starts to crumble. There is a bit of a crater where this occurred, and the zombie is just shredded to nothing. This burst of energy that flies up, his hood falls back, and you see a gleaming, golden-scaled kobold. What? And I'm going to get everyone, including this new goober, to roll for initiative.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, God, Joe's here.
Yeah.
There we go.
God.
Give me a second. Don't roll for the initiative quite yet. I have to get all of these guys in the tracker. There's so many things. There's so many things. This is the biggest combat up to this point. And it's freaking massive.
For the season finale of Roll for Intent.
All right, guys. Start rolling initiative.
All right.
So tell me what to do.
That's a natural 20 for a 26.
Nice! Good way to open. You wasted it.
Yeah. Right?
Natural
My
9 for a
foundry
17.
crashed.
I also
What
got
the
a 9
hell?
for a 17.
My dice is just frozen.
Wait, why does it say 13?
hell?
Came up as 9 for me.
It says 12 for me.
Trevor, can you see our rolls? Can you see if my roll
I
went
can see you rolled. You have an 11.
through? I'm
What'd you
back
roll,
in
Joe?
Hey, everybody check the initiative tracker. Joe's goober got a 20.
Well, I clicked the initiative. Oh, it said initiative
No,
perception.
I didn't want to give his name. I didn't want anybody to accidentally find out what he was.
No. Joe's goober is better.
That's perfect. I love that.
It's
Well,
just goober. That's
He'll be
the
able
name.
to introduce his actual name, and maybe if he lives through this combat.
I see his actual name.
I see Tobin V2.
Who's under Tovin V2?
Okay, so my roll went through. I don't need to roll again.
No, you're good.
Okay. I didn't see any of it. Holy fuck, that's a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is big, guys.
It's all right. We have a dope fireball caster helping us.
All right, so all the initiative has been rolled, and we're going to be opening with Solus up at the north. The party is split. What are we gonna do?
Okay, first things first. Gonna move even closer towards these boys. There we go, 25 feet, just heading down the path. That's my first action. For my second action, gonna move even further in. Okay, am I close enough to try to run a undead lore on either of these two things, this zombie
Sure.
or the skeleton?
Go right ahead. Pick one.
Okay. The skeleton. I feel like I have a good idea
Alright.
of what to expect from the
Let
zombie.
me get your roll here. You doing? What's your bonus on that?
Undead lore, I have a +4.
Cool. This is what's known as a skeleton guard.
Okay.
It's fairly weak. It's a mindless undead. It's just got its claws. I mean, it can't really attack you with anything. It's got no armor.
Okay.
But it does have the standard resistances you would expect on a skeleton, piercing, slashing, and the like. It's immune to death effects and things like that. Doesn't appear to be weak to anything, though, either.
Okay. You said it's resistant to piercing and slashing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then that will be it for my turn.
Excellent. Joe, I'm going to take you off the top of this mausoleum because I'm going to think that you jumped down off of it after, it kind of crunched. But you're up, buddy.
All right. The 30-foot range on electric arc, does that also apply to between enemies?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to zap zombie and then arc into skeleton.
Cool. Is that within 30 feet?
Yes, it is just within 30 feet.
Just within 30 feet.
It is just within.
If I evaluated that, right?
Yes, you did.
You did.
Yep.
It's good.
Meow. That shouldn't be hiding +1.
Right. It's not going to be heightened. Well, no, a cantrip gets auto-heightened. Doesn't matter. Is this cantrip, right?
Yeah.
It gets auto-heightened. So, let me go ahead and roll my reflex save here. Oh, man. I got a 7. That's a crit fail, man. That's a crit fail. So, I'm going to have to take freaking double damage on that one, I believe, right?
Uh-oh. It's a 1d4 plus 4. I rolled a 1, so it's 5.
Yeah, but it's going to be double damage on this guy because I've crit failed my reflex save. Well, poop. That's pretty bad. And it arcs to this other one who also has to run a reflex save. This one has a bit higher of a reflex save.
He looks pretty spry for a dead guy.
And I succeeded, so I take
Get him in now, Joe.
I take that half of that damage there. All right. So starting out pretty well. Got some damage off.
I still have a movement, so I'd like to move away.
Is electric arc 2 actions?
Yes.
All right. I think that's outside of your range increment, though. You just move 30 feet, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's 25 because I'm little.
Solus sees this lightning erupt between the two creatures in front of him and wonders, what the heck has wandered in here?
All right. So these things kind of suck, let me tell you. They're slow goobers. I can't use reactions. They're just not great. So it's going to start shambling, and it's going to make its way towards you eventually. It got within range of you, but that's all the actions it can take. Yosef, you're up.
I also can only move 25 feet per range increment. So I'm going to... Can I, traverse over this tree, or is that, difficult terrain or something?
That tree is up, so you can go past.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to move 25 feet right here.
Cool.
And now that is this the same kind of skeleton that my girl just rolled?
This is a different creature, so let me go ahead and let you guys see this.
I got a +6 on my religion, if that's applicable.
There we go. This is what you see.
Oh, horrifying.
What?
All right. Well,
It's like
I
kind
don't
of
like
grayish
that.
skin.
It's an
Looks like
undead
it's got a
Protoss.
Yeah, right?
boil on its head. But it looks like a pretty run-of-the-mill zombie.
Okay. A pretty run-of-the-mill zombie.
It's got Howard Hughes toenails.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to reach for my spike chain on my hip, which is not there, and panic slightly, and in that moment, really, really wish that it was in my hand. And then it appears in my hand.
As you do that, where the chain wrapped around your hand and dug its way in when that thing was visiting you in the night, the chain kind of flows from your flesh, snaking around your arms, and then flicks out into your hand.
Really not used to the way that feels.
And it looks like it's almost connected to that burn. There's like a ethereal tether to that burn in your palm.
Yosef looks at his spike chain and thinks to himself, why does it look wet? That's 2 actions, and I don't want to approach this thing and let it attack me twice.
And just real quick, since the last time we recorded, Jake and I realized that we were ruling the spike chain incorrectly.
I think we already talked about that last episode. Yeah.
See, that's how long it's been since we recorded. I can't even remember. All right, so you have one more action. You could like try to demoralize it or something, right?
I certainly could. Yeah, sure. I will. I just want to check what my bonus is on that. That's from Intimidate. All right, yeah. Let's give that a roll. I'm going to look at it with this new spike chain that just came out of my arm and smack it against the ground and be like, "Back to the boneyard with you. Go!
Go on, get!
Go on, get!"
It's an
All right, go
undead
ahead and roll
dog.
your demoralize.
Natural 6 for a 10.
Yeah, this thing's undead, so it's immune to mental effects, so it does nothing. I'm sorry.
I nervously turn and look back at Tobin and be like, I don't think I'm doing well. How do I reach him?
You're doing great.
How do I
feel
reach these kids?
Tovin's still like puking because you just watched chains with spikes on them extend from your skin. He's like,
Oh, come on. I'm a surgeon. I've seen this before.
This is really tickly and weird. You saw that, right?
It's Galarian. Anything's possible.
Now it's this goober's turn up here on the north side right here. I'm pinging him. It's the one that's farthest north. He was whapped with that electric arc earlier.
Is that a medical term?
Yes.
Thwapped. Yes.
Thwapped. And he is going to, let me verify. I'm going to make sure if this guy's got slow or not. I can't ever remember. Nah, okay. He's going to go up to here, and he's going to reach out and try to claw you with like his stumpy claw arms.
Okay.
And here comes as he rears back. It comes down. Oh boy. That's an 18 to hit.
I'm going to use reactive shield reaction to raise my shield, and that misses. So I deflect it off.
Excellent. And that's the end of its turn. All right, we've got another one of these up. He's down here towards the south, and he's going to make his way towards Radney-MacFarland, and he's going to do the same thing. He's going to try to come down. Radney-MacFarland. Down to
so
the
racist.
south towards Yosef, and he's going to come down at you. Same thing with a claw, just kind of wave.
This one's different. No.
Side. That's a natural 1. That's a miss. You just kind of shuffle to the side.
misses
It's
by
just-
an order of magnitude, right?
What was that? Yeah,
It
misses.
misses by an order of magnitude.
Right,
like,
plus
if
a
you roll
1
natural one.
automatically drops it down 1 order of success, too. So it's a crit fail. All right, we've got another one of these guys that's up. Where is he? There's so many on this map, guys. So
Tobin, I'm
many.
being surrounded. Hurry up, please.
And this one's going to make its way to here. And that's the end of its turn.
Okay.
So Joe's goober is currently surrounded.
Tovin, you're up, buddy.
Almost flanked. Probably am. No, almost flanked.
Not quite flanked.
Can I see them from where I am?
See what?
Yosef and the...
I would say absolutely. That's like a dead
Okay.
tree, right?
Okay, so I can pretty much see around it.
Are you going to moonbeam?
Moonbeam! Quit stealing my thunder. No, I'm actually going to... and yeah, I'm actually within range. I'm going to, for one thing, cast guidance on Yosef because he's so close. And that's one action. For my 2 action, the weird skeleton knight thing that's next to him, I'm going to cast Disrupt Undead.
All right, so I have a fort save on that.
You sure do. DC 18. for me.
Okay, let's see what I got. That's an 8, so that's a crit fail.
Oh, that's what I like to hear, because if you critically fail, you're also enfeebled.
Let's roll the damage real quick.
Okay. And I rolled 2 for a 6.
And the bone just kind of withers away into dust, and it just falls to the ground, just a pile of bone meal.
Oh.
Whoa.
Dead.
I've never come across that in my work.
Cool.
And that's the end of Tovin's turn.
Excellent. Dead button. No, I'm trying to look for the stupid button that lets me say, oh, you're dead.
Also known as the dead button.
Right?
Dirt button?
Dead.
Oh,
no,
God.
you got it.
Stop. All right.
My headphones are a little off.
Billiam, you are up. What are you going to do with Pappy's new weapon?
Well, I didn't pull out Pappy's new weapon yet. It's for special occasions.
It's Peepaws.
But when you place me in here, you place me one square away from being within range of anything without having to use all my movement to run.
Well, I'll let you. I'll let you move up. Yeah, because you guys walked in. I just moved you across.
No,
the
I
threshold.
figured, and I was
It's not a big
doing the
deal.
math, and I was like, oh man, I all I could do is walk.
Could you take a charge action?
Actually, wait a minute.
He's very far
Thank
north.
you for saying that, because I have sudden charge. So if you dash one, let's see.
Yeah, it's
you dash
two
up to your
action.
phone, swing right, stride twice, which I'm gonna have to do. And at the end of your movement, within with a melee weapon, I get to make 2 attacks. If you end with your movement within melee reach of at least one enemy, you can make a melee strike against the enemy. So if I have to stride twice to get to here,
Right, you have to do one action to pull out your weapon first, though.
I already
right?
pulled out my weapon, my great axe, outside. When
did.
Solus,
He
when
did
Solus
specifically say that.
When Solus drew his sword and shield, I pulled my
Oh,
great
okay,
axe
cool.
out. Yeah, so I would like to use sudden charge.
Okay, so what you need to do is that in range from where you were? Like, is that in range to the guy?
50 feet, yeah. So 25 feet movement speed. So I would use 2 actions to stride up to him, right?
Right, but you didn't stride. Yeah, that was in range. Okay, yes, and now you can make your attack.
Right. So with sudden charge, I believe I get to make 2 attacks. So my third action would be my attack, and then using sudden charge would be another attack, correct?
How many actions
no,
is sudden
no.
charge?
Sudden charge is a 2 action that lets you move twice and then hit at the end of the charge.
Right.
So it allows you to use 2 actions to run and hit.
Right.
Stride twice.
Right.
If you end within range, you can make a strike.
So then I can strike, and then for my third action, I can then strike
Exactly.
again. Perfect. Okay, so that's what I got my great axe out, and I'm running in, and I just feel this burst of. I got my shoes with flames on them, and I'm like, oh, pick up a little bit more speed, and I get right, and I sort of stop right up to him, and as I'm stopping, my momentum is going forward, and I take a huge swing at him with the great axe for the first. And that is a 2 for a 10.
That is a
Skeleton
mess.
Keely's out of the way.
Yeah, but I'm going to go one more time for my
Remember
last.
to take your map
Yes,
penalty.
I only did +3. And that is a 6 for a 12. Wait, no, 9 for a 12. 9 for a 12.
That is also a mess. I'm so
I was
sorry.
running so fast, I was off balance.
So just as a side, that action is something that's called a flourish action, and it's also called an open action. So cool thing about those is maybe not cool thing. You can only do 1 flourish action in a turn because it requires extra exertion, and an open action has to be done before you make any other attack. So like you can't attack and then do a sudden charge because it's an open action. It has to be your opening attack. So there's your little rules tidbit for the future. All right. We got this guy that's way back here. That's gonna start to come down to the Yosef party. He can get this far, and that's the end of his turn. We got another Zoom Booney somewhere. This is the first one that got smacked with the electric arc, and he's gonna come join this party up here. But that's the end of his turn as well because they only get 2 actions. We have this first one that Yosef tried to run at. It's going to take a step up, and it is going to just attack with its fists. No, it's going to attack with its fists at Yosef. It's just going to come down on you, and that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. Let's see how much damage you get out of that. 6 points.
Accurate zombie.
6 points of bludgeoning.
I didn't like that at all.
And this is the last creature. And he can't do a whole lot either. He is going to make his way towards Tovin. And that's the end of round 1. I need a nap.
Yeah, right. Right.
Well, let's hope that this next round is going to be easier for you.
No, this feels so much more streamlined than 1E.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Remember
wow.
the sawmill fight?
Don't remind me of the
I blacked
sawmill
out for
fight.
4 sessions.
Oh, that's right. Channel negative, channel negative, channel negative, channel negative.
So awful.
All right, Solus, you're up,
All right.
buddy.
So this skeleton to my bottom right, I'm going to attack with my longsword.
The longest.
Yep. Swinging out. That is a natural 1.
Oh my god. All right. Yikes.
Shit. Okay, attack number 2. That's a 16.
That's
That
a
is
hit, buddy.
Yep, that is a hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, now rolling for damage. That's max damage for a 12.
Yeah,
Nice.
describe your kill, buddy.
Okay, so really wasting no flourishes. After my initial miss, I'm feeling kind of flustered. I bring the sword back around, cleave it right through the middle, sending the bones scattering across the graveyard.
Nice, and you have
Hell
one
yeah.
more action available, buddy.
Yeah, I do. Now I'm just going to step over that thing's scattered bones for and hopefully next turn I can kill this Zombo
Nice.
that I'm right next to now. So that's it for my turn.
All right. Joe, unnamed character, because I'm not going to steal your fire. You are a bit surrounded. You've got one directly to your north. You have one to your southwest immediately, both within range. What do you do, buddy?
I
Piss.
don't know
What have you been doing for the last 20 minutes of combat?
that either of them get like attacks of opportunity, right?
I don't know.
So
Check.
I don't think either of them do.
I'm like
well,
95%
I wouldn't
chance
know
they don't.
either way, right? In
No, you
character,
wouldn't.
out of character. So I guess I'm gonna. Oh shit. Okay, so I just use Kobold Breath.
No, that's flavor. I'm not using those spells against you. That was all flavor.
Okay, I'm gonna try to step back and breathe fire at both of them.
Nice. How far are you stepping? Where are you going?
I'm stepping here
Okay.
because then they're both within 15 feet, I believe.
There is a cone tool, so we could see where it would go. Yeah, they are both in the cone, buddy.
Okay.
It's a cone, right? It's not a...
Yeah, it is a cone. It's not a line.
Nice, go for it. I got reflex saves to do, right?
Yeah, I'm going to figure out the button to hit.
Boy, I hope he survives long enough for us to hear his voice.
Right?
All right, so what's your class DC?
18 spell DC. Class DC is that.
We'll go by, 18. Okay, so I have a reflex of 18 on both of these guys. All right, so the first one, we're going to do that Zomboni. And reflex. That's a critical failure for an 8.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So 1d4 times, roll your 1d4 on him, and he'll take his double damage. Okay, so that's how many points?
Total of 4 for double damage.
Nice. Here we go. That's the first hit of damage. Wah, 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 wah. All right, let me get reflex on the other guy. And we have a 13. So that's a hit. So he takes 4 points. And
takes 2 points.
He takes 2 points. And there we go. He's been damaged with his 2 points of damage. And he's not looking too good, that one to your north. He's rough. How many actions was that? That was 2. So you moved and you did that. That's the end of your turn?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. This one that you just hit, he's going to take a step forward and he's going to smack at you. You know, just reach around with his fist. Oh, no.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
not the reach around.
Oh no!
It's going to reach around.
Does
The old reach around.
16 to hit. Does 16 hit?
That is, it meets, yes.
Okay. All right, let me roll some damage. Why did I say it like that?
Did you have a mini stroke?
I don't know.
It was beautiful.
7 points. 7 points of damage.
Jeez.
Ow.
Right? And that's the end of its turn. Yosef, you are up, buddy.
Okay, this thing in front of me just tried to hit me, and you know what I do to things that try to hit me. I try to trip them.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll a d20 plus 8. physical dice.
Here you go.
A 13 for I'm bad at math. 21.
Yeah, that's a crit. So what happens on a crit trip?
On a critical
He takes damage
success,
too, right?
Yeah, lands prone and takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
All right, roll that damage.
It's like a real Home Alone fall.
Okay, right. I have physical dice. I don't want to do that. I rolled a 4.
Nice. All right.
So 4 bludgeoning damage. For my second action, I'm going to attack. That's going to only be a +2. Yeah. Okay, cool. That is a 12.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Wow.
So that is a D8 plus a D6 of damage. I rolled a 7 and a 4 for 11.
All right, something else happens as you roll that damage. You notice this thing takes an intense amount of damage. Your weapon blazes with energy as positive energy flows into this undead creature. Your weapon is a +1 disrupting chain whip now.
Goodness.
Oh, well then all of those were +1 higher.
No, the +1 is to hit.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah. So roll another d6.
Oh,
Wow.
oh. Okay.
Literally
6.
Simon Belmont.
So that's a total
got
of 18,
6.
18 points damage, right?
Yeah.
Let's describe your kill, buddy.
Oh, well, of course. First of all, after that thing lumbers forward and smashes me over the head, and mumbles "rat" in whatever undead language it speaks, I trip it.
It says rats, Jake. It says rats.
Right. I don't buy that for a second. So I'm whipping this new chain up over my head, and I bring it down quick, catch it in the ankles, bring it down on its side, and then swing it again over top and bring the weighted end down right in the middle of its face. Crunch!
Nice.
And then I just reel it back, and you hear the clinking of chain links, and I turn and look at Tovin, like, did you see that? And that is the end of my turn.
And as the positive energy goes through it, you see like the body is almost rejuvenated back to its past self before it crumbles to dust again.
All right.
And that's not the end of your turn. You still have another action, right?
I tripped and... Oh, right. I tripped and attacked. Okay. And they turn to ash when they die? That's what you just said?
Oh, that one did.
Oh. And the one to my right did not, though.
No. Well, yeah, that one got killed by the... Yes, it just kind of crumbled to nothing.
Okay.
Crumbled the bone meal. It got hit by... what was that?
Turn
Disrupt Undead, right?
Disrupt Undead.
Yeah. Which is essentially what you just did with it, with that disrupting weapon. You hit it with
cool.
Disrupt Undead.
Well, I see another one advancing towards Tovin, and I know that Tovin does not wear armor. So I am going to move 25 feet to be directly adjacent to him and hopefully take this thing's aggro.
I'm going to give you a hero point for that, actually. For moving up and trying to face tank after taking one out. So I'm going to give you a hero point for the trip and smash and movement. I think that's pretty badass.
So I'm gonna run right up next to Tovin and look and be like, I'm not entirely sure what's happening, but it's really useful. So stay behind me.
All right, so I got them two are dead. Which one is this? Okay, I feel bad for our little kobold friend up here.
I have no feelings
I feel
whatsoever.
very bad. All right, it's
I
gonna
feel
move
very
up,
strong feelings one way or the other.
and it's gonna attack the first attack. That's a 20 to hit.
Oh, no.
This character's gonna
I'm
die
so
before we beat it.
sorry.
No, it's
Awesome.
okay. It's okay. We got
Minimum damage, 3 points.
Sorry about that.
But he only has 4 health.
He's a kobold. What do you expect?
Oh, I'm sorry. I
down to
rolled
twice
the
that.
wrong damage. I'm sorry. I rolled it. Oh, it's minimum damage.
So it
3
wouldn't
points.
matter.
Same, 3 points. Same amount of damage. Okay, and one more attack at a minus. That's a 13 to hit.
Misses.
Nice. All right, and that's the end of its turn. Tovin, you're up. You've got one closing on you rapidly. Yosef has come to try to draw its ire away from you, but you're but a squishy cleric.
I'm so mad. I was gonna do like a whole panoramic shot, me running across the graveyard, screaming away from it, so that I could turn around and do the thing I'm gonna do anyways, which is I'm going to turn around and face this skeletal knight and cast Disrupt Undead again.
All right, let me roll that fort save. Yeah, there's fortitude. This thing's fortitude is garbage.
Perfect.
That's
what
a
I like
crit
to hear.
fail. Roll that damage.
Again. I love this. If it survives, it's enfeebled. And I did 12 points of damage.
It crumbles to dust as well.
And that just is enfeebled.
Why did I run over here?
Feeble dust.
Right? You ran over here for nothing.
You're fine. Okay.
This bone meal seems unusually fragile.
Just give me 1 second.
My only regret is that I have bonitis. All right.
I think that's all I'm going to do, actually. I do have another...
One more action, right?
You know what? Can I see this bony knight to the northeast?
You can.
Can I run a check on it just for funzos?
Go ahead.
Let's do a religion.
Religion? All right, I got you.
Okay.
So this is what you call
Alright,
a
I got
bony
you.
knight, huh?
Yeah, it is.
These things are exceptionally weak. They don't have hardly any HP at all. This one in particular looks like it's on its last bony legs.
Gross.
And they're healed by negative energy.
Oh.
I mean, there's nothing really more that
Yeah.
you could get from these guys. Solus crushed the first check, so...
Worn to the bone.
Is he bad to the bone?
Anybody ever watch a music video by Boney M?
Oh, yeah. Rah, rah, Rasputin. Such a great song.
The only song I will dance to.
Oh, we got to see this now. Patreon. goal.
Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon.
Not yet.
But we will. We're making a list.
We're only in it for the money.
We need stretch goals for Micah to release his last name.
And his face.
No,
Just gonna
that's
do it
another
bit by
goal.
bit.
That's a
He's gonna
separate
do it
goal,
bit
yeah.
by bit.
It's a really bad strip routine. I'm sorry, everyone. It's going to cost you a lot of money. It's going to be more disappointment than it's worth.
Just divide his face into 9 quadrants, and like each one is $1,000.
Well, you know
like
what?
Major League.
A significant portion of our paid podcast budget goes towards millet. So
It's true. Millet, black oil sunflower seeds, and cracked corn, of all things.
I mean, he likes what he likes. It's hard to
Yeah, I don't care.
Mike has
criticize him.
got to pay it forward eventually. All right.
I can't
Billiam.
wait for him to release his actual face and everybody gets to see the Chad he really is.
Absolute Giga
Or just be
Chad.
disappointed because like you guys have built me up.
To be both jacked and have avian features.
Yeah.
Everyone's expecting like a roided out cassowary, and it turns out, it's just a dude. Shit.
Everybody underestimates Micah until he
Oh,
produces
God.
a dew claw.
It's true. It's that guy. Well, he does have 6-inch nails for fingernails, so.
That's a
Again,
superpower.
Howard Hughes.
Raymond, it's your turn.
I'm patiently waiting. It's okay. I want to hear this to the end.
No, let him finish.
Yeah, right?
I already have.
So Bill sees this kobold way off in the distance and would like to help, but is obviously going to stay here and try to take this thing out before he makes his way over there. So I have an internal plan that I'm not going to say out loud until I roll my first attack with my great axe on this.
You're using the great axe, not the war flail. Okay.
Correct. I used it last time too.
Why are you
Oh,
privately rolling these dice, homie? I want to see how well you do.
I'm using this strikes thing on the top left. Yeah, that was a natural one for a 9.
My God.
I don't know
Yeah.
why somebody
I don't know
with
what's
physical
happening.
dice can really be
I know.
stable for rolling
Yeah.
private.
I need to have my dice. So
In your face, Jake.
Atmospheric
okay,
noise.
so
man.
so swinging and missing, I get angry, and I'm like, maybe if I'm measuring. Maybe if I flank him, that'll help. So I'm gonna move over here, and then I'm gonna do one more attack on him. Make sure I click the right one. My plan was ruined, but that's okay. That is a 4 for a 7. Guys,
Oh my God.
what is
You
happening?
have not rolled above a 9
I haven't rolled
in 3
I
episodes.
haven't rolled double digits. I haven't rolled double digits. No, I think last episode I had one good roll, but
That's just your night. It's just your night, Raymond. We've all
I
had
think
one.
Jake said it best when he said atmospheric fucking noise.
Yeah. I had a great
That's why I
plan.
don't
was
use
gonna,
it anymore.
I was going to go help.
It's not even a bit. It's genuinely bad. Like, you have been rolling like hot dog shit.
Oh, yeah.
For like
Yeah,
3 fucking episodes.
I had this great plan. I was going to run over and help the Kobold. I was just going to swing, take this guy out, get over there. But and you know what? Fuck this game.
When Raven plans, Foundry laughs.
Exactly. I can't say it out loud. It's listening.
All right, this skeletal thing to the north of Yosef takes 2 actions to stride down to him and then attempts to get him with his claw.
No.
Again, you've been like bobbing and weaving like a mother, though, so you've been doing good.
I catch
You
my
got
breath.
this,
16 to hit.
Miss.
Nice, and that's the end of its turn. Yeah, you're just freaking tearing it up. And we got this meat bag up here to the north that is flat-footed, so I should probably turn that on him.
Joe.
Sorry.
And he's gonna give a little I can't say that. Oh, I was gonna say gonna give a little fisting action, but that's
You can. No, that's good. No, you said it.
It's not good. I can't do that.
It's in. It's
Guys,
in.
it's one of those things you just can't say.
You don't have
And
to.
then he said it.
Like 4 times.
Yeah, gonna give a little docking action to that guy.
Oh, god damn it. And he's going to lash out at Billiam.
Bring it on, bitch.
Natural 1.
My God.
He saw me attack and was like, I'm going to try that.
And I'm going to try it again.
That was awesome.
And that's a miss again.
He's just copying me.
Yeah, it's miming you.
It's missing.
Jesus.
It just saw you just doing the exact same thing.
Zombie see, zombie do.
Right.
All right, Solus, you're up.
All right, this zombie that just tried to hit Billiam, I'm going to
Kill it.
do it.
Do it. Kill it.
Go ahead, Megan. Take the good rolls.
Gonna
Take up your
Kill it for
sword.
me.
Gonna try to hit it. That is a 16
That's a
for
crit,
a 24.
buddy. That's a crit.
My goodness.
You do.
Angry.
You're getting all the good rolls.
Yeah.
All right.
You're taking them from me. No, I'm just kidding.
Rolling crit damage. That is a 24.
Yeah, describe your kill, buddy.
All right, I smash this fucking thing into the fucking dirt.
Kill the shit out of it.
That is the efficiency of a logical mind right there.
I killed
Flare,
it to
I
death.
bring my sword up above my head, bring it down the flat of the blade on its head.
Oh my
and
God.
yeah, smash it into the dirt.
Just nail it into the ground like a 10-penny nail, man. Just
Go back where you came from.
Why don't you hold down a tent, bro?
All right, you got 2 more actions after that.
Yeah.
Absolute Giga Chad move there, buddy.
That's our
All right.
Micah.
Yeah, powerhouse Micah.
Okay, for my first action, I'm going to continue heading down the road. For my second action, I'm going to try to close the distance between me and the Kobold friend.
I can close the distance. All right.
He's going the distance.
He's going the speed.
He's all alone.
That's it for my turn.
All alone in his
Need.
time of need.
Micah is racing and pacing and plotting a course.
He's driving and riding on his horse.
I think it's driving and striving. Thriving.
Yeah, driving and striving and riding on his horse.
He's
he going
going,
the distance?
the distance.
I don't listen to music.
Oh, that's a good song.
All right, Joe.
It's cake.
Yeah.
You know that it's
That is-
cake as in the verb, not as in the food.
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
Joe, you're up.
I didn't know that. That's fascinating.
You're one of the
Cake.
10,000.
Yeah, you're a lucky 10,000 today.
Well, I'm about to get my shit pushed in if I hang out here.
Did you
So-
roll a d4 to determine how long it would take for your breath weapon to recharge?
No, I did not.
I bet you will.
About to do it now.
Who keeps going Papa Palpy in here with the do it? Who is that? Is that Jake?
I've been hearing it too.
All right, so you got 3 rounds. He's sheaving it up in here. 3 rounds to your breath weapon recharges. Till your acid reflux gets so high that you got to pound it down with them Tums.
Just gotta. Sorry. Just gotta belch it out. Luckily, I see this strapping gentleman coated in arms, running towards me as though to save me. Fantastic.
Oh, God. Is this the voice? Yes. Oh, my...
So I'm gonna run
Proceed.
the whole 25 feet. I'm gonna shout as I go, "Thank you, stranger!"
Hooray.
And then I'm gonna bolt again.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
All right, so I got some reflex saves to do, right, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to do that skeleton guard up there at the top of the north side first.
If it misses him, does it miss the other guy automatically?
No, that's a 13. So I take full damage, so roll your damage.
Bzzzt.
Hey!
The arcing lightning makes a small explosion, and the bones fly in all directions as that one dies. And the other one gets a reflex save, which I'm almost positive it's going to crit fail.
Let's see it.
It has every time up to this point.
If it does, I want to yell, "You looking like me out there?"
That's a 7 crit fail. Yeah, and it's the same damage, so I'm going to go ahead and just boop boop. And describe your kill, buddy.
It makes this incredibly satisfying noise as the detonation of the lightning ignites the spinal column in such a way that it causes pressure and the bones go all different ways. And makes a sound that sounds sort of like somebody throwing like chicken bones down a hallway, like.
Such a way with words.
Right?
Is it a carpeted hallway? This is very
No,
important.
absolutely not.
There
Cinder
you
block
go.
hallway, cinder block walls, just.
And that's the end of your turn. Yosef, you're up, and you are near the last one standing.
Okay, I am going to immediately, after running this way, turn on my heels and attack this creature.
All right.
I'm going to roll my attack with my physical dice. Not fucking using Foundry. That is a natural 4 for an 11.
That's a miss.
Okay. I'm going to try again. That is a 15.
That's a miss as well.
Okay. Damn. I'm going to... I can't demoralize it. I'm going to try to feint and keep it flat-footed.
Okay, so I have to look at the rules for feint.
I already have them pulled up.
Nice.
With a misleading flourish, you leave an opponent unprepared for your real attack. Attempt a deception check against the opponent's perception DC. I have a +4 to deception, so I will roll now. Natural 20.
Okay,
Nice.
well, if you look at the rest of this has the mental component,
Oh, cool.
and this is immune to that.
Oh, well, that's
I
really
love you,
fun. No, it's cool, though. I'm really glad that I wasted my 20 on that.
Now
that's the
we
end
know.
of my turn. Oh, yeah, sure. No, it's probably nothing I would have learned with that knowledge check earlier either. All right, cool.
Well, no,
It's the end of my turn. No, it's fine. It's the end of my turn.
mindless undead, right? You already tried to demoralize it, and I said no.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. Yeah, no.
Tovin, you're up.
Tovin's gonna stay in a rut, and he's going to look at this thing that Yosef turned all of his ire against, and he's going to cast Disrupt Undead again.
That's a cantrip, right?
Yep, totally is.
That's just putting in work tonight, isn't it?
Yep.
All right,
Just
let
gotta
me get that.
I gotta get my mileage out of that because I don't want to spend my
my
moonbeam.
What's the
The
focus?
distance.
Is it going for speed? All right, that's a fail. It's not a crit fail, so roll
That's
that
okay.
damage.
Just regular damage.
1 for 1.
And he
DiMaggio.
does 10 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Maximum.
God.
And it crumbles into dust, and you have completed this combat successfully. You have survived the dead tide of Otari.
You guys crushed it. You guys.
And Bill
You
was
guys
there.
did great.
Hey.
I literally pulled my great axe out because I was like, I have sweep. I can get circumstance bonuses for attacking multiple enemies. Didn't
I'm
fucking
sorry,
matter.
Raymond.
Yeah, well, Raymond,
it'll matter
you
in the
should have
future.
tried
You know what?
rolling above a 6.
I'll try harder
support
next
is
time,
what
guys.
Have you tried being luckier?
I'll try harder next time, guys.
Why be lucky when you could be good looking?
I don't have either of those.
See?
What the fuck was that?
Wait. You're telling me there's not a single grain of charisma in those 11 teeth?
You're telling me I could have charmed the pants off of these skeletons?
All right.
Well, at this point, Tobin's going to rush across the field, and he's going to see this new character that just popped into the battle, and he's going to grab him by the scaly cheeks and scream, "Where were you when I had a lamprey attached to my femoral artery?"
Oh, Tobin, it's good to see you. Let go of him, please. Let go of him.
Put down the kobold.
My cheeks aren't very meaty. This is actually quite painful.
Yes, let the poor man down. He helped us greatly at this side of the combat.
Yosef is going to approach the only creature that appears to be even remotely the same size as him. How tall is this creature, Joe?
He's about 3 foot 4 inches, and he's like 6 feet long, though.
All right, I am 2 inches taller than you, so I'm going to look down upon you.
Straight
new feeling.
Stand up straight.
It's like, oh, so who is this small fry?
This is me meeting Ben Shapiro.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am my name is Kashak the Gold.
Yosef Lavkaruki. Nice to make your acquaintance.
An audible groan comes from the warrens beneath you.
Yes, you won that baking competition.
Yes, I did. I don't remember seeing you at the foundation or the Founders Festival, though.
I try to keep a low profile. And you, sir, if I'm not mistaken, you're that enormous hobgoblin that moved in recently.
Yeah. How did you know?
That's me.
Sterling RP work there, Raven.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
How did you know?
Individually.
How did you know?
Well, you're difficult to miss. It's not as though there's a large and vibrant hobgoblin community here in Otari.
Bill's just stunned. I've never seen you, and you're like, I know all about you. And Bill's like, what? Also, Bill is trying to keep a low profile, so he's mad that
pacing the streets at night probably isn't the best way to start.
I know, right? Well, it's nice to meet you, and I bring one of my fingers down to your little hand.
Pleasure to meet you. A little gold scaly hand shakes his hand enthusiastically.
I assume that you also know about Solus and Tovin, then?
I was going to say, I'm Tobin. I'm also here.
Indeed, he's the traveling dentist.
Yeah, he pulls teeth and sews up other wounds and whatnot. He has a fair amount of sutures on him at all times. It makes him useful. As well as a strong and potent connection to multiple gods in a caravan in the sky, I think. I'm not sure.
I see.
And I'm doubtful that you would know of me. I have only just arrived.
I genuinely have no idea who you are. I'm terribly sorry.
That's quite all right. Solus Portententis of the Knights of Last Wall. I arrived only a few days ago.
I see. A genuine pleasure, sir.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
So, may we ask what you were doing here? And would you have any insight as to why the undead have responded this way? Could it have anything to do with the laser beam coming from the fucking fog fin?
As you say that, you feel the air temperature drop about 15 degrees.
That's a lot. You can tell some exposition is about to occur.
And the wind begins to blow. And a light shining from the fog fen illuminates the area you're standing in, about a 60-foot diameter. You get goose flesh. Your hair stands on end. It feels like there's literally things crawling under your skin, trying to get out. Crawling in my skin.
That's what I thought of too.
Does anyone else notice this? I hate
music.
this.
What is this?
And about 15 feet behind you, you see this bright light. You can't make out what it is. But you hear a...
Hold fast, fellows. There might be something more vile coming yet.
And we'll see you next week.
Come on. It's obviously got coronavirus, whatever it is.
Damn.
Kashak, is this a good time to tell you about my kids?
I have so many questions.
Don't for Intent uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Roll for Intent is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Characters and original storylines are the property of Roll for Intent. Music for this podcast provided by Dark Fantasy RPG Studio, Michael Gilfie, Kevin McLeod, and Tabletop Audio. Visit our website at rollforintent.com. Any questions or suggestions, email us at mailroom@rollforintent.com.